Okay, and action.
All right, so I'll have you start off by just saying your name.
My name is Amanda Denahan.
All right, and how did you get started with power production then?
Actually, originally I met Alex about 3 years ago, and my husband and I have been planning to build a house for many years, and I learned that he owns or directs a solar company, so I talked to him about the possibility, and it went from there.
And so what made you initially interested in going solar?
I've always been an environmentalist at heart. Even as a little girl, I would go around turning the water faucets and the light switches off, unplugging the appliances at my house. So when my husband and I finally were going to build our own house, we wanted to make it as energy efficient as possible. In addition, I teach young children, and so I want to walk the walk. I don't want to just teach about trying to save the environment. I want to be a good example.
Nice. So you guys, you and your husband, you built this house together, and the construction was happening kind of at the same time as the installation. So how did coordinating that go for you guys?
It was really easy, actually. I got a lot of communication from both Alex himself and from the project coordinator, constant email update communication, a lot of good notice before people were going to come out, a full portfolio. I can show it actually before any construction began, so I knew exactly, just outlining everything that was going to happen in advance.
So now that you have gone solar, can you notice a difference between the bills or your savings from before to after? And have you noticed a big difference? And are you satisfied?
Absolutely. So my husband and I originally lived in Gainesville in an older home that didn't have much insulation. The AC didn't work very well. Obviously, there was no solar. And the power bill in the Florida heat is crippling in the summer. It was also a brick house. So when we designed this house, we wanted to design it as efficiently as possible. Hundreds of dollars of savings compared to just your run-of-the-mill house, I would say, getting the solar installed. There is an app called Enphase that we get to see a daily sort of power production and efficiency rating. So it gives us everything that we're producing, everything that we're importing from the power company, and then everything that we're exporting to the power company. And eventually we will get a reduction at the end of the year in any cost, or we'll get a payment at the end of the year. So as far as a monthly bill goes, right now we pay about $30. We have 2 AC units, and we are in the full sun, so we have, I think, a 97 or 98% efficient solar system. So, it's just been amazing how efficient the house is with the solar.
And so you and your husband, you're environmentally conscious, but you're also budget conscious. So
Yes.
was going solar in terms of facing that upfront cost, how did you guys overcome that?
Well, so I guess first of all, Alex quoted us the system, and he didn't exactly know because we talked to him so far in advance.
I need you to restate the question.
Yes, that's right. This isn't just a casual conversation. My apologies. I can redo that.
All right. Go for it.
Can you say the question?
Do you want me to ask? Yeah. Okay. So, let's see, what did I just say? You guys are environmentally conscious, but also budget conscious. So when facing that seemingly large upfront cost of going solar, how did you cross that barrier?
So to help us with our budget and cross the barrier to be able to afford the system in the first place, my husband and I both were designing our house to be efficient, and we originally were quoted a system that was fairly large, and in the beginning we weren't sure that we could do it until as construction was underway and we were getting draws from the construction loan, and we could see how well that we could budget everything. And then Alex requoted and rebid the system to the efficiency that we would actually require. We could see that we were going to be able to budget for it very easily. Yes.
Yeah, so how was it working with Power Production?
It was wonderful working with Power Production Management. So as I said before, the communication is stellar. Lots of email communication between your project coordinator, lots of advance notice from whoever is coming on site to work at each phase of installing the system. As different installers were coming out, they were incredibly communicative, respectful of your time, respectful to explain everything that they were doing. And I just found every employee to be wonderful to work with.
Sorry, can we cut just
Yeah.
because I think